I'm gonna pick up where I left off. So I haven't really thought about what types of wheels I'm gonna use, but I've started thinking a bit more about how I'm gonna do the kind of structure for our Chef Boyardee Pez dispenser, and we'll see how that goes. If Autodesk loads, I'm not sure what's happening here. Probably should have booted it up beforehand. I also don't know why I can't find that. Let's see. Alright, so what I was thinking of is essentially what I first need to do is I need to get all of my drivetrain secured together, which is nicely secured by... Typically, you'd have to have L gussets at all of your joints here, but this plate right here does a very nice job of making it so you can just put rivets in along there. Now what I want to do is I want to add a kind of truss almost from there to a kind of midpoint. Kind of just want to make like an axis in the middle, a support structure very similar to what we had this year in 2019. Mainly just because I think it'd look cool. I'm not really sure what I'm thinking of from here. I know that, let's see here, if I go back to, let's see, CSTC, what was it, questions is the first question. So soup can is 4.5 inches tall and 3 inches in diameter, so that means that if I looked at it from this point of view, the opening I need to have for a soup can, well, it's 4.5 inches tall, so it's going to be a 4.5 inch box by 3 inches tall. So it's essentially going to be like that. And I'll just say I finished that sketch right there. Essentially what I've got to do is I've got to have that towards the front as an opening, and then a mechanism which I can use a motor to open and close it. And I don't expect everyone to have these like fully actuated things. I'm just, again, having fun with it. So let's see here. I'm gonna project geometry, and this is something I do quite often as well. I don't expect any of you to do it, but I tend to create sketches I use to reference for just in my mind as to what my end product needs to look like. This is 4.5 dimension wise. This is 28. 12 minus. That work? No, it didn't. I want to give you parentheses. Yeah, screw off. Is that what you're... What? Oh. What happened here? It should be 14. There we go. Yeah, so right there is what I want, where I want the exit to be. And I kind of want it to slope down to that. So first, let's just kind of get a plan of what we want it to look like from this side. So I'll project geometry right here. So that's kind of our deposit point. And I can go up to, let's see here. Is it 5 feet or 4 feet? I'm pretty sure it was 4 feet. 48 inches, so 4 feet. Ooh, we're in radians for some reason. Lovely. I should want it right here anyways. Why did that not work? Could you please? Yeah, that'll work. Oops. Yep. 40 tab. Yeah, sure. 1.57 rads. Don't know why it's in radians. It should be 48 inches tall. I hadn't realized quite how ridiculous this would look yet, but yeah, okay. We can make this work. I might make this actually into something far different. I'm just kind of plugging in numbers with what looks good here. What if I go then... Then maybe if I do like an arc here. This needs to be taller. It's too tall. Let's try 18. Yeah, that's what I want. Alright. I'm thinking maybe what I'm going to end up doing is that the soup can... Right now what I'm thinking of, and I'm not sure if you can really see this, is that it's going to be a really fat chef, and this is going to be his belly, right? And this is his face, and I'll just import a JPEG of some sort of chef's face. Let's see if I can find one. Just really, like, cartoonish. Yeah, like... like this guy right here, and I just import that onto a just for our essentially if that was extruded all the way. So now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make this into a thing that I can bolt down, which is more of a challenge than I had originally thought about. Okay, I can make that work. So let's take a couple dimensions from that, and we'll work from there. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna go start 2D sketch, and we're just gonna copy all the stuff from this sketch. Okay, so it's 48 inches tall, 12 inches long that direction. Actually, might want to make it longer. Oh, for some reason this one's in degrees. That's weird. It's 12 inches, I believe. So 48, 12, 14 down. And it should lock, if I remember correctly. How am I going to do this? I think I know how. Is I'll pull this back to oh no, I'll push this forward to here, and then I'll set it forward on both sides. Okay, okay. Yeah, I got this. I've got an idea of what I'm doing. Yeah, I can make this actually go pretty quick. Now this is not going to be structurally stable, by the way. How long is this side of the drivetrain? That should be 32, so... And again, as I said in the last video, if you watched it, I would really recommend skipping through this quite often. It was 18, I think? I'll double check that, though. 14, and 14 on that side, too. Let's see if I can kind of show you what I mean here. It should, yep, lock like that. So that should be the point where it's perfectly tangent for a circle, which is what I'm looking for. This face is going to be slightly covered, isn't it? Not in this one. What did I do wrong here? Because this one, the tangent point is there. Oh, it's because this is 14. This is 18. Whoa! That's a bit of a whoopsie. Now if I do this... Yeah, that looks much better. Okay. I need to extend this to be 20... Should be... from right here. It should be 24 inches if I'm right. Yes, 24 inches. Okay, so we'll extrude this. 24 inches. And essentially, we have what we need there. What I'm going to do as well, so I'm going to make it a shell. Okay, that's what we want, like a... How thick should we make it? 1/4 inch, because it's about what aluminum would be. You ever seen those, like, Playmobil things? This is what this is going to remind me of. Aluminum, like the 6061, just for realism's sake. And we'll deal with that later. Right now, we'll save that as... yes, this is the right folder. Chef body. So now it should, if I did this correctly, oops, I do not want to place from the content center. I'll place the chef body from my own person. Wow, I probably should not have made that aluminum because I think this is all default. But you know what? It looks really cool in chrome now. To there, and there to there, on to there, and there to there. How well do you fit? Okay, another thing to mention is that this is not something we would ever do in real life, because one, motors would be a frickin' annoying thing to access. It would just make accessing everything really annoying, especially if there wasn't an easy way. So what I'd probably do, if I were them, is I would somehow cut like a hatch of some kind or a door hinge into here so that you could easily get inside and access everything, including all the electronics. Because right now, you don't really have a way to access any electronics. It's all blocked off. And the nice thing about... we actually had a similar design to this once on King Tech with 2013, right? So 2013, here's a good picture of it. Really? We don't have a picture of a robot? You kidding me? Let's see here. Hey, do me a favor, skip forward, like, oh, here, never mind. So you can see right now that this is, like, it's pretty closed off. But you could access all of that because all of these panels were, they were attached by Velcro. And they were all plastic. I forget the name of the compound right now. It's like polycarb? Yeah, something like that. And you could take them off really quickly. And then you could get an access to fix anything. So, that's something you want to keep in mind. And if we were actually doing this, you probably wouldn't make this entire thing out of metal. You'd probably just make the frame out of metal and then use a bunch of different, like, panels of polycarb or something along those lines so that, one, things didn't overheat. Like, these motors currently, I imagine if they were... Well, I guess they're Sims, they're not going to overheat, so it doesn't really matter. But you kind of get the idea of just being able to access everything inside. Anyways, what we have to do now is I have to create a way to attach these. This is... Oh, I've got an even better idea. Because I can attach to the inside. Cool. Oh, I've got a bunch of ideas now, too. Alright, so... For right now... 5 divided by 32. Again, 5 divided by 32 is the size of a 5/32 hole. So those are like the standard ones we get when we buy VersaFrame bars. Should be 1/2 inch. So it's just, I don't expect you to measure 1.56. I expect you to just type in. Sorry, excuse me. 5 divided by 32, and eventually you'll remember that it's 1.56. Just try, if you can, to remember that 5 divided by 32 is the measurement that is, like, super standard for all first parts. It should cut far enough, yeah. I can... then create an L bracket to connect these. Should be pretty quick. This might be a skipping part again. As long as I actually have... Okay, I have been recording. Wasn't sure for a second. Oh, don't you dare do this to me. Because I'm going to have to make an L bracket from scratch here, so... I am stupid dumb. 2 inches at a perfect 90-degree angle. 1/8 of an inch thick. 1 point... Jeez. Math is so hard, you guys. Is it 1.75? We'll do it this way. No, it's only an 1/8 inch. I'm just being dumb. Then this has to be an inch. Can you really not tell? Are you that stupid? Ugh. I hate when Autodesk does this. By, is it 90? Yep. Yep. That should work. This is just a cursed sketch. We'll restart. Whoops. Better idea. I hadn't tried doing it this way yet, but I imagine it could actually be quicker. Yeah, I don't know what I was doing. Well, it needs to be an 1/8 inch away, so it needs to be 1.875. 1.875. There you go. Look at that. Many different ways to do things. Next up, the 5/32 inch holes. 1/2 inch. Oops. Give me the center. Thank you. What could I do? I wonder if... Let me try something dumb. See if maybe I can cheat. That work? Oh! I've never done that before, but it works. Oh, that's so nice. Cool. So now I can save this as my L bracket long. So now I need to go back to here. Place. And I'll place my L bracket longs in here. For speed's sake, and because I'm bored, I'm just gonna... Like, I'm already putting probably more detail into this than I expect most people to. Ooh, can you hear my cowbells? I'm not sure if you can. It's the name of the sound that Autodesk gives you every time you constrain something. I'm not sure. I really need to figure out how to turn that off, because it ticks me off. Anyways, where was I? Something about what the level of detail I expected you all to go to. I don't know. Just do whatever you want to do. I don't expect everyone to build fasteners. I'm just doing this because I am... Oh, wait. What am I doing? There we go. I'm just doing this because I like kind of going to that extra level. And, yeah. I like thinking about the way the fasteners work. The other thing I would mention is that these would also probably... We're trying to move towards bolts more, because they are stronger, and while they take up more space and a bit more weight, although weight doesn't really matter when you're talking about fasteners, let's see. Sorry, I keep losing my train of thought. And where the heck did my L bracket go? Oh. Really? There we go. What's it not constrained by? Clearly that. Actually, no, that is right. Alright, now we have this set up. I do have to set it up so that happens on that side of the chef body. So we'll go, is it negative 16? Yep. Mirror this. Thank you. Mirror plane will be that. Okay. There we go. Okay, now our chef body is attached, albeit not very strong. So I'm going to get a couple more attachments in both the back and the front. And we'll do that. Let's see here. Here's the issue with doing this, as it would have happened in real life. So, essentially what ends up happening is this would not at all work with a real King Tech robot. Because, I wonder if I still have 2013 pulled up. The main issue you have here is these perimeters right here, that's where you have to mount your bumpers to. So again, I'm not going for realism here, I'm going for a shopping cart. So, oh my god, and there could be a handle right on the back of the chef's head. That's great. So we're going to bolt them to the back as well. But keep in mind that with an actual King Tech robot, you probably want to try and avoid going on top of... Oh wait, never mind, I'm really dumb. I don't know what I was thinking about. Yes, you can actually go on top of these. We have a separate set of bumper rails, which we actually extend outwards. I wonder if I have... I'm actually going to pull up the King Tech grab CAD. Feel free to pause the video and make fun of me for the dumb things I have. What the heck am I doing? Shouldn't it actually... Oh, here it is. Nope. 2019. Drivetrain. I just have the full assembly. Drivetrain with bumpers. Drivetrain with bumpers will work. So you'll see here basically the exact same... You'll see the same idea, at least at work. Right? So you have basically this is the drivetrain frame. This is what I'm having you all make. So if I actually open this, you'll see if you ignore the electrical and the churro we added, that's added to provide some... If you didn't have that right there, your gearboxes would sag down because the sims weigh so much. So we have those there to kind of support and brace the sims upwards as well as the other gearboxes. We also have a 3D printed spacer we put inside these to keep this top mini sim from sagging, but we don't have that in the CAD right now. But apart from that, you can basically tell I essentially just had you all CAD the drivetrain from last year, except for those two holes in there for some reason, because we ended up not using the bar that was supposed to be using those, and also missing these full wheel assemblies and the chain. But I gave you the basic idea, right? I can also, if you guys are interested, I can have you add sprockets. They're really simple to add. I just figured, for the purpose of this, figuring out how to download a gearbox and downloading parts from VexPro, you already kind of had the basic idea, especially with also finding bearings. And I can help teach you more of that in the next part. Anyways, where was I going with that? But because we have that drivetrain, the bumpers are actually going to be attached onto here. You shouldn't build anything on top of these bumper rails. So that's just an idea to keep in mind for the future. We also need to figure out if you can think of a better way to attach these. Currently we're having issues with our attachment points not being strong enough because all bumpers will get jostled around. So if you can think of anything for that, feel free to let me know and I'll talk with you about it. Anyways, what I'm going to do for right now, though, is I'm going to make this chef body have some holes on the front and back of it. So I'll just send them all the way through. And we'll make them 1/4 inch, because 1/4 inch is a nice number, and it's a good size for a bolt. We'll make a panel of 4, because that's also a very nice amount. 0. Let's make those 1 inch apart. Yeah, that sounds about right. It should also be 1 inch apart. You can be 1 inch apart. There we go. 0 that way. Then how are we gonna do this? I know how we'll do this. This is 28 inches, no, 24 inches long. So if I make a line at 8 and 8, that'll work. So that means that, oh, that's really simple then. That just means that this has to be 7.5 inches away. Right? No, that seems wrong. Oops. I'm going to try and make these equidistant from one another. So I'm going to try and do... Well, maybe that is right. Yep, 8 inches. Give me another construction line at 16 inches. Because that just doesn't look like the right spot to me. Wait, it should be 16. New plan. We'll do it at 6 inches. Yeah, I actually like 6 inches. Sounds much better. So that means 5.5. Yeah, I like that much more. And I haven't constrained those from the bottom yet. But they will be... half an inch from the bottom sounds about right to me. Why can you still move? You can't. You're just lying to me about being green instead of blue. That direction... That should cut. Yep. Then we need to just make a plane real quick. Let's do offset. 12. Mirror. This. Mirror plane. That one. Okay. Visibility. Okay, so now we have them on both the front and back, and now I need to take the front and back rails and add those same holes into it for me. So I'm gonna have to quickly... Is this mine? No. Oops. Go to CAD. I have a couple other parts in here that I've modified personally, but I don't want to upload over the template. Will this work? Oh, it does. I wasn't sure if it'd accept hyphens. That's why I have a couple other things in there that I've modified personally, like my drivetrain. I had originally saved that over, and then I had to finagle with it because I wanted everyone to had to install the gearboxes and axles on their own. Anyways, now that I have that, I'm going to show you a really fun trick where you can just double-click on both of these, and I should be able to component replace with, oops, data G, CAD, some project 1, this one. Cool. And now I can edit this without actually affecting the copy I have in the GrabCAD. Which will be cool. So I'll make that exact same pattern, just quarter inch, quarter inch, quarter inch, quarter inch. Oops. And there's probably a quicker way to constrain this I'm just not thinking of right now, but whatever. Then you need to be an inch apart, and an inch apart, and noops, whoops, yep, yeah, 0, 0, 1 inch, right? Or to have it as a half inch. I think it should be 1 inch. I'll double check on the chef body. Yeah, it's 1 inch by 1 inch. Good. What is not constrained about these? Well, let's first of all try. Okay, that's 1/2 inch. Oh, I haven't constrained how far left or right they are. Let's see though. Yeah, that seems like all. Yep. Okay. So now, because this is 28, I just have to do 9.5 instead of... No, I have to do 7.5 instead of 5.5. That should work. Just extrude all of these. Direction 2 inches, just to be safe. I have done the wrong direction, so we'll cut instead. I can't believe you've done this. Next, we need to do another plane and cheat a bit. -14. Mirror. Take all you. This mirror plane. And there. Alright, moment of truth. Did it work? Yes, it did. Now I just need to make the bracket that actually attaches the two of them. Okay. Yeah, I can do that. So that's a pretty quick bracket, too. I'm not sure as well if you guys can hear my fan, but that shouldn't really matter that much. So it has to be... should be 5 inches. Right? 2 inches of that. Plus a 1/2 inch. Yeah, it's 5 inches. Oh, well, I'm doing this way now, but whatever. By... should be 2 inches. Now, I'm gonna do... 1/8 of an inch thick. I'm gonna fillet my edges, even though it's pronounced fillet. I'm gonna pronounce it fillet. Just to annoy people. The radius should be actually 0.25, just to get a bit more of a nice rounding on here. This is a gusset we have used before. 5. Oops. 1 inch apart. Equidistant from one another. 1/2 inch off the top. And a 1/2 inch from the side. I can extrude in that way and that way and that way. And then we need to do a, oops, cancel, a rectangular direction along the face of that. 4, 5. Huh. I'm not going to need that one in the middle. What did I do wrong? Oh, I should have made it 4 inches tall. Right? Yeah, I think so. No, it has to be 5 inches tall. Right. I'm too tired to do math. Let's cheat. Okay, yeah, it's... Oh, I hadn't considered the 1/8 of an inch in the middle. Ugh. You hate to see it, don't you? Alright, we'll do a cheaty move then. But I'll double check that. Inspect from... Nope, can you be nice to me, please? Here we go. Come on. Yep, there. You're just not gonna let me do that, are you? I'm well aware about the distance from... Oh, that's just not gonna highlight, I see. Okay. Oh, it is 3.125. I'm confused, but okay. Can you explain why to me? So that should be an inch. 1 inch, 2 inch... Oh, I'm just really dumb. I can't count. I'm sure a lot of people were just shouting at me through their computer screens. Aha, but I am going to have to make this 4.125. I did not ask for this. 4.125. And then I'm gonna have to do a rectangular of these two, direction 1 down that way. I'm gonna have to make a plane. Ooh, whatever. In the midway point, I forgot to do offset from plane. Negative whatever 4.125 divided by 2 is. Cool. And then I will do a mirror of this and this over that, and this should work. Save as. We're gonna call this a domino plate gusset, actually, just to give it a bit more strength. And again, if this was a real thing, I'd make these a lot bigger and a lot more durable, but we're not doing it for that reason. We're just kind of showing it off. Yeah, I'm just showing more so like keeping things in mind in terms of support, and I'm again overthinking things. I don't expect you to do this. To here, and I'm gonna do this the quick way because I'm cool. Did you really have to do this to me? Ugh. You hate to see it. Okay, new plan. Ooh, I haven't gotten rid of that work plane yet. General system error. That's a new one. Oh, I've made a huge mistake. This one needs to go there, like that. And then this one needs to go there, like that. I have a feeling, though, what's happened, though, is... Oh, that works. I don't know why I got a general system error for trying to do that. Okay, I have a feeling that it's because it's made out of aluminum, and it really does not like that. Let's just go back to generic. Let's see. Are you happier now? Can I constrain to you? Yes. I don't know why it's getting upset with me because of that, but it's going to, and we're just gonna have to accept that. Cancel. This upsets me. So we'll just do this real quick. That'll work. Why did I do this to myself? Oh, it didn't fully... Well, I'm gonna have to redo that anyways. Well, I can just cheat. Nope. I want to edit you. I want to edit you. That was poor. Edit. There we go. I want to do that. It's a lot of work just to modify one constraint. Stick to it, and then you go to you, and you like that, and good. Alright. Just about got that. Ugh, I'm gonna have to mess around with this again. New plan. Cheating again. By cheating, I mean doing it the right way. Well, by some people's definition, cheating is doing it the right way. Ta-da! We now have a fully secured chef body. I can now work on the actual parts of it and getting wheels on it. Oh, I've so got ideas for this. Okay, so we're going to have to figure out the average height of a shopping cart handle. And then we'll make a little, like, flap in the back here that they can open up to deposit stuff into the chef's head. his body is like he's got a belly full of all your ingredients that you're shopping for. Oh, here we go, team. And then anything you need. Yeah, we're just gonna have one big hatch down here. Well, we'll actually make it so the entirety of the belly can be opened up. Oh, maybe. I'll have to think about that. Because originally my idea was just gonna be that he was just gonna vomit out cans of spaghetti, but I'm not sure that'll work. Well, we can work on making the opening, at least for right now. And the handle. Let's make that opening. So, that should be really quick. Oh, it looks good. It's, what, 24 inches long? So let's say 2 inches either side. And then how tall should it be? 10 inches. 12 is a nice round number. I was about to say 10, but... Oh, actually, like 10 more in that case. Ooh. Now we have a small issue. Well, it'll be a design oversight. Because I guess I could also just add right into here. Yeah, this will be really quick, actually. 125. I don't want to have to figure out how long that is. 32. Will that be... See, I'm worried that might phase... Yeah, it's going to phase through slightly. Screw it. Ugh. Good enough. Yeah, it's not coming through the front. Cool, so now we just got this little space down here for the motors to be held, because it's a motorized shopping cart. Oh, it doesn't need a handle if it's a motorized shopping cart. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so now it's just got that little entrance. Okay. Okay. So now I've got... This is basically functioning. I don't have electronics actually powering the motors, but, you know, details. I think I'm going to call it for right now. But now I've actually got something to work with. Yeah, I'm going to call it there for right now. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. I don't expect many people to watch these, but I figured if I'm doing it, might as well show off what I'm doing. Alright, see ya.